Yo, what is up, guys? It's the Nightwing at Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another League of Legends video here today. This is going to be the C9FanCast Season 2, Episode 8. We have so many things to talk about tonight. We have our LCS 2021 Spring Split All-Pro Teams, MVP, MIP, Best of Fives to predict for, TSM versus Team Liquid, 100 Thieves versus Cloud9. There is so much bragging rights on these Best of Fives. So, I just want to get right into it. Simply, also, the LCS 2021 Spring Split regular season just concluded. Cloud9 finishing at the top of the standings. Let's go. TSM finishing second place. So, I think that's good for TSM also because you know, they were predicted to be like, what, fourth, third, fifth lowest, but they finished second. Lowest. So, they defied all expectations. Hey, I was wrong about TSM. I'll take that. And I'm glad they proved me wrong. But going into the split, I stand by what I said. That was not a good roster. That was like two good players. But then again, they proved me wrong, so it doesn't matter. And Warren, yes, Warren, CLG beat Cloud9. Just tell us how much you want to just rag on us. Just beat a dead horse.
It's not the rag. It's not the rag. It's just I took a hot take and I saw how CLG played the last couple games. Their record is actually, I think it's like 4-3 or something like that. So like that's what I was going off of, I felt that when you have nothing to lose as a team and you're gonna play your best, and that's what I think just happened. So I felt good. I was a heretic for thinking about that, but I feel good. So that's it.
Warren's now our prophet.
You were right. I mean, you were right, but you know, Galileo was still burned at the stake anyway, so you know.
True.
We're gonna have another 10-hour debate on mid-mission.
By the way, I just want to let you know, Perks was on Tristana and Pole Belter was on Lucian. Let me just
oh my fucking god!
Let that sink in for you. Let that sink in for you right there.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. The terrible Lucian pick won a game. That was the biggest surprise of the weekend for me, honestly.
But Lucian also won again in LEC. Humanoid beat Caps. Just mad being just throwing that out there. Just making sure I have the data.
Okay.
I did predict Mad Lions could beat G2, and I was proven correct.
Oh my god, yeah, he did say that on our video earlier. He did say that. That was like, I was like, were you smoking crack? Nope, but it turns out you guys are prophets. So if you're all prophets, then what does that make me? Just like your god?
No, not prophets. Not prophets.
We are a non-profit organization.
All right, so what do you guys want to do first? You want to do the awards, or you want to talk about the past LCS week first?
Whatever's easier.
Let's
because the awards are probably going to be a while. Because the awards will be a little bit longer. Okay, so the past LCS,
let's do the awards.
Let's do the awards? Okay, so
let's
go with our LCS 2021 Spring Split All-Pro teams. So who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I'll go first.
So list off all the names, as we'll all do. List all the names, and then we'll do the discussion on the team. All right, go, Warren.
All right, so my all-pro team, and I think people will definitely agree. In the top lane, I got Alfari. In the jungle, I have Blabber. In the mid lane, I have PoE, actually. In the bot lane, I have Tactical. And then in the support, I have Core JJ. Because I haven't seen a game where he played terrible. But that's my all-pro team.
Did you just put Tactical as the best AD carry? Or is that your third team?
That's third. We're starting with third.
Oh, you're starting with third?
Yeah.
But you put Alfari third. I just want to make sure this is right. Because either way...
I think Warren gave his first team, but we're on third team,
I think that was first.
I gave my first team. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, then, yeah. Don't.
Okay.
My third team? Oh, damn.
What? Tactical? Yo, hold up.
Let him do third team.
Okay, it's okay.
No.
It's okay.
Okay, you can go. Somebody else can go. Because I have
Okay, we're just going to confirm Warren is smoking that fucking Bronx crack right now.
What?
It's okay.
We are gonna get to that tactical pick when we get the first team. We're getting to it.
Okay. I got this. All right, S, go. Third team. Just name off all the players. Okay.
My third team in the top lane is Impact. Jungle is Closer.
Okay.
Mid lane, is Perks.
Okay.
And the bot lane is Tactical and Afromo.
Okay. Root. There you
Okay.
go for it, man. Your third place all pro
Yeah.
team.
So top lane Impact, jungle Dardoch, mid lane Jensen, 80s Ven, support Newbie.
Okay. Ravioli, your third place all pro team.
All right, Finn in the top lane.
Mhm.
I got Dardoch as my third tier jungler. Skipping mid lane for a second. Bot lane Neo,
Mhm.
and
Okay.
then support is Sword Art. In my mid lane, I have nobody because I don't think we've had two good mid laners this entire split. I don't think
Just
anyone
pick
deserves to be
one.
third team.
You don't have an
No,
honorable
No,
mention?
no, they don't deserve it. Absolutely not. No.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, I agree. We don't really have one, but you are going to pick
No.
like someone like Jensen, someone like Ryoma.
Why? I mean,
Ryoma,
Jensen has been the definition of like a mediocre mid laner this entire split.
Hey, don't be say that.
Like, no, he has been.
Okay.
He is a better player than that, but that's the way he's been playing. Like, he just hasn't been great. I mean, officially, yeah, sure, I'll put Jensen in there.
But that's
But
like
my intention, but that's like, I guess. Like, I fucking guess. I
Okay.
don't think anyone deserves to be all pro other than
Okay.
my top
Okay.
two.
And by the way, my
That's fair. That's fair.
my,
Okay.
my by the
You
way,
got the
my
right number,
first pick-
right? You got the right number.
my ADC pick will change for the first all pro first team, but my third team I have Fudge. Believe it or not, I know you guys are gonna look at me like I'm a crazy person. Dardoch in the jungle. I have Jensen mid lane. Neo, and then I have Sword Art because it's his
Dude.
first.
Okay.
Nice.
There you go.
Dude, we're almost, right there. We almost agreed on everything. Holy shit. Let's go.
Okay. I like that one. We have
Because
some similar picks.
I feel like Sword Art had some moments where it was questionable and like there was
Just in, like,
questionable
week
moments.
one. I would say week one. He's been
So,
on fire.
But
ever
he's
since.
slowly trended up. So I have to. I'm just being realistic. That's
Okay.
How about you, C9?
My third place All Pro LCS 2020 Spring Split team is Someday top lane, Svenskeren jungle, Jensen for mid, Tactical and Alpha Move for the bot lane.
Hey, me and you got the same bot lane.
Right? Okay, so
200 IQ.
let's talk about our third place teams.
Wait,
All right.
we got T-Root.
No, he went.
Did you miss mine? I'll say it again.
No, sure, go ahead if you want to.
Impact, Dardoch, Jensen, Sven, Newbie.
Okay, so the common thing I noticed between all of us is that we have Jensen at third. Now, is that only because there's really no one else better?
Yes.
That's really
there's no.
reason.
My third.
No,
reason.
statistically, he's not that good. Statistically, he's been bad this season, so
I-
there are
yeah, but-
two mids above him.
Wait, guys.
Yeah,
my
but
Perks
the problem
my
is-
third.
I have a
Yeah,
different.
Perks
reason
is
for
your
Jensen,
third.
though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm questioning who you have above Perks besides the obvious choice. Yeah, I guess we'll get there.
Unless you're picking Soligo.
Hell no. I'm not on crack, bro.
Like,
Oh my god. Because, like, okay, so
is it Bjergsen? Is it Bjergsen in second place?
So let's take stock of our mid laners that we
No,
didn't
it's
pick.
Reggie. He has Reggie in second place.
So let's take stock of the mid laners that we didn't pick between Jizuke, Insanity, Soligo, Palafox, Blaze Olive, Demonte, Ryoma. I guess whatever you want to fucking take out of that.
That's a drop off, man.
Pole
There's no-
Belter,
Yeah,
RJS.
Jensen, RJS.
Like, Jensen hasn't had the most stellar split, but at least his like lowest bar is better than all those guys. That's sad.
Yeah.
25% would wreck those guys.
I'm sorry, Jensen. I know I met you at the LCS. You're a great guy, but this split, I'm sorry, man. You're going to that third team, and it's literally only because everyone else like literally shit the bed.
Yeah, no. If this is even last split, he wouldn't make third team All Pro.
Dude. Okay, so let's start explaining our team. So my third team, okay, so I have Someday. The reason why I have Someday down here, so most people are probably gonna be like, why is he not first? So I think Someday does do well in the top lane. I think that's undeniable, right? We can't really deny that, right? But problem here is he's not converting any of his leads to wins. He doesn't really play with his team effectively. His ceiling is just really far. I agree with that. But he doesn't translate his team into wins. He just hasn't done it this split. Like, I love Someday as a player. I think he's fantastic, but he's pretty much just been a solid laner who's been winning all of his laning matchups, and he just hasn't really been the key portion as to the reason why 100 Thieves has been winning. They've been mostly winning through bot lane and relatively jungle, so that's why some days here for my all-pro third team. So in Scarin, I think he's still a really solid jungler. I think him and Impact are the only reasons why EG win games. Like, let's be honest here. Like, without them, this team pretty much would be falling apart. So Scarin, I think, is really underrated right now. Everyone's always talking about Santorin, Blabber, and Dardoch. I think Scarin's had a really stellar split so far, honestly.
Hey,
He was close. He was close.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, I
on my
have a
list.
question for the rest of these guys. How come they didn't have Aframo as third?
I think Afro had a really great split.
Me
honestly.
too.
But here's the thing. I do think Avram had a really good split. Here's my thing: is I think that my third place guy, which was Sword Art, when he turned on in the second half of the split, he was better than Afromu was consistently this split.
So you're winning the second half of the split more?
Yeah, because I'm rating the players as they appear to me right now.
Okay.
So with me, I take the whole thing into account. But I also factor in, if you have more bad games than another guy, that's what makes you go down in my list. Because having more bad games means you're not as consistent, which means the other guy gets to have the edge. Now the reason why I had Tactical in there, because Tactical, he's been solid, but there were some games, let's be honest here, he was walking literally into Fog of War as a Tristana alone and dying. He did this multiple times, not even just on Tristana. I still think he was a solid AD carry. I think he's still been great, but these little mistakes here or there kind of put him at the third place. He's still a solid player. I'll still give him that. But the other players that I saw that are in my other teams, they didn't really have these mistakes like him. They were more like team fight mixed executions, which are based on your team, obviously. And Alphamu, as I explained for Alphamu, he's had a stellar split to me. I think without him and Dardoch, Dardoch is on my list later on, I think they wouldn't really be in playoffs though. So that's my teams.
Same.
All right. Any other controversial picks for you guys' third teams you guys want to explain? Because Warren had Fudge at third place.
I don't understand.
Yeah, let's
hear that.
pick up on that. Let's go there.
So, well, I'm gonna break it down in a lot of aspects. Guy is a new 18-year-old coming in, right? High expectation, replacing Licorice. Had pretty bad games, also had pretty good pop-off games, right? He could have been literally more losses for C9 than wins. Like, there were games where when you're like, wow, this guy has potential, etc., etc. And I felt that what got him so much, and I talked about this with C9, sorry, was that if he kept his mouth shut and didn't say anything about being the best player, Fudge would have never gotten the flame that he gotten. They'd have been like, okay, this guy is new, he's not too bad, etc. But with his NA, people expect things, and look at the record that they have. Sometimes some of the losses weren't on Fudge either. Some of them were on like Blabber doing some I don't know, ape plays that he must have saw from George of the Jungle. So I don't know. I really don't know. Like,
it's also important to note that if you take out the lock-in tournament, his statistics are way better.
They're actually better.
Like the lock-in tournament, he went up against Alfari and Someday for 10 games.
Right, and that's also I took into account too. And the fact of the matter is, C9 still, he's supposed to be the weak link, but they ended up first place. I mean, and again, some of their losses weren't on him. Perks was doing
I agree.
So you're kind of just going off team record, no? For his
but the thing is the whole narrative is he's weak. Let's attack him. And even when they got wins and they attacked him, he actually played pretty decently, and he wasn't the detriment. It was actually other players, but that wasn't highlighted. So that to me attests that he's doing his job, but because the narrative is on him the most, that's why I still have him like, I can't put him below fifth.
When I'm honest, I would debate with you, but you know how I feel about Fudge. I think he's fifth or sixth or seventh.
Right? No, I still think he's fifth or sixth, but I think he's still a person that you want.
Brings to Cloud9. That's why he's there.
Right, and I also reason he's replacing Licorice. Now, Licorice,
does that make him worthy to be top 3? If you're just
can I jump in here for a sec?
My last thing is that he was replacing Licorice, who was a stable, steady rock, and Licorice was supposed to be the veteran for FlyQuest to carry, to do stuff. And granted, Licorice, their teams, sometimes he played pretty good, but he didn't perform like the Licorice we knew, right? You think
But
he stepped up. Wait,
but
hold on.
you can't compare him to a different player.
No, I'm not comparing him to Licorice. I'm saying that he stepped into the role and still suffice. And on a top team. Like, not many people can just go in. He could have been a shitter, and we could have seen Cloud9 at 4th or 3rd. So I think what he did for what he did, and I'm assuming that with the people he's surrounded by that has all this experience, I highly doubt that he's gonna decline. He's gonna ascend a little bit better.
But you're going off potential, not performance, right now.
His performance was not that bad. I'm not saying he was the best. I didn't say that. I said his performance was not that bad.
Well, one thing though that to kind of take away from Fudge though is if you look at the total damage percentage over the whole season, he's actually ranked last. Meaning, when it comes to team fights, he did the least amount of damage of all top laners in the league.
To be fair, he was on Gragas a lot. Malphite sometimes.
Have you seen some of those Gragas plays, man? They pop off.
I was gonna say, but those aren't champions that do negligible damage. It's not like he's on Maokai Shen 18 games.
Gragas does insane damage when ahead.
He was on Jax how many? Jackson Camille, how many times?
Not that many.
I remember a few times he was on Jax.
A few times, but not as many as we'd like to think.
He was on Jax against TSM?
I'm putting in perspective the team he's on, the role he came in, what he did, and how the team ended. Because the team could have ended far worse than if you really exploit a player. If you really exploit a player.
Going off team performance, kind of, instead of personal performance.
That's what but it's a team game, and I'm saying when he
be best in role, not team performance.
But he did his role to get his team where it's at. Some of the games,
he didn't do much, man. He really did not.
But you've even said it. If we were to go on stream and do a hard copy, we'd find you saying sometimes it wasn't Fudge, it was Perks, it was this, it was another.
He's not 13 for me. I'm saying he's 5th or 6th.
I mean, that's my 3rd team. I feel like
Ravioli's a big fan of Fudge. Maybe he can.
Ravioli can step in. So that's why I.
Anybody else?
Hold up. What do I need to step in about? I'm sorry, something's going on here.
We need a severe can of ravioli on our bodies right now.
What about Fudge?
Yeah.
So
Ravioli doesn't even have Fudge in his 3rd place.
No. I do.
Who'd you have? I forgot.
I have Finn. I have Finn as my 3rd team because
honestly,
Finn played really well. He's pretty much the only reason CLG had as many wins
at all. He's had wins at all.
Yeah, no, he top gapped every single game they won pretty much, and I have to give it to him. Fudge, I do think Fudge is somewhere in 5-6 range, considering all the attention he got all season. Mm-hmm. It's difficult to play top lane when the entire enemy team's strategy is, well, we can't beat anybody else on your team in any other lane, so we're just going to attack top lane and hope to win there. So I do think Fudge deserves a little bit of credit for that, but I wouldn't put him 3rd. Though I do appreciate you putting him up there as a TSM fan. I like that.
Again, I'm assessing all the games that he played. I'm assessing how the team ended. I'm assessing who he came in and replaced, too, because I think that matters at the end of the day.
Here's the real question. Should All-Pro factor in team performance?
I was just factoring in
somewhat.
Honestly,
somewhat, yes, that's how I figured.
It's somewhat there. That's why I have someday low. That's why I have someday low. I don't feel like someday impacts his team the way the other guys I have on the list do, the way he used to. You know? But it's decently low on the list too. So the other guy I want to talk about before we go to our 2nd team is you guys actually have Neo at 3rd place. Not gonna lie, I was gonna put him in 3rd. He had a fantastic split. I don't want anybody taken away from him. He played fantastic. But was that only because of Afromu though? That's one of the things you have to kind of factor in too.
He's good on his own merit.
Yeah, he's good on his own merit. Here's the thing: a stellar support by themselves does not make a bot lane.
Also true.
Unless you're Team Liquid.
No. I don't know.
G2.
Bro,
Unless you're
tactical's
G2.
elite, bro. Because he's slumping doesn't mean he's bad.
No, I just think he's played well on his own merits, independent of Afromu. Afromu, being a support really helps. But if we discount AD Carry's performances because of their supports, well, I guess we can't put Cloud9, TSM, or TL's AD Carries on this list at all because, well, those are the top 3 supports in a lot of people's view in the league.
I think Neo had fantastic team fighting. Like, if you saw him in team fighting, he played those really well. Like, that's not just a support. Afromu can't make him play team fights well. So, that was the other guy that stood out to me on your guys' third pro team. All right, moving on to our second place. Or so, S, you want to say something?
No, I'm just saying, go ahead, Dak.
Okay, so we have our LCS 2021 spring split.
I love how no one called me out for having a Golden Guardians player on third team.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You had Newbie. I thought that dude stunk. Was someone in the background?
Oh, yeah, that's my niece, sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
What's her take on the third best support of the LCS?
So, Root actually had Newbie. Dude, that guy stunk.
I had Perks on third team too, so
that's also true.
Well, to discuss that point, we need to find out who your second place mid laner
honestly,
is.
dude, I think Perks and Jensen were both disappointing this split. I really don't know.
Then S, just jump into your second team and we'll go from there.
Yeah, just jump in. Let's hear it. Who is it?
Second team is Someday, Blabber in the jungle, Jensen, FBI, and Vulcan.
Solid team to me.
Yeah, I know you guys wanted some eyes on Blabber.
Blabber second. Huh.
So what? You have Santorin first, like straight up?
No, well, you're missing one guy here.
Oh yeah, we are. That's probably the same guy. I have it first too.
Yeah.
But so my second place team is Impact, Blabber, Perks, Sven, and Sword Art.
Hey, we really are on point this time.
Hey man, I gotta analyze these games. That's why I at the channel. I gotta analyze this shit. People make fun of me. I get called a silver analyst.
Wait, listen. All
right, I'm about to hit you. I'm about to hit you. I'm about to hit you with that hot shit right now. All right,
with that two-piece combo.
I'm about to drop the hottest mix track of March 2021. All right, here we go.
God.
Someday, Santorin, Perks, Sven, and Core JJ.
These second place teams are pretty okay. We're all on point. I think you guys have been watching the games here. This is gonna be some spicy discussion for the second place team. Okay.
Oh,
Warren, what's your second place team?
Oh God.
RJS is your mid laner, dude. Tell me right now.
Oh man.
Do it. Oh, I want to hear it.
Pole Belter. Pole Belter's in your list.
No. Oh, guys, no. So I have. You guys are gonna like. Oh, you're a fan, huh? I have Hooney in the top lane. I know, crazy, right? And I have.
Not that bad to me.
I have Santorin.
Okay.
I have Perks, and in the mid lane I have in bot lane I have FBI, and then in support I have what's his face?
Vulcan.
Sword Art.
Vulcan.
Oh, Vulcan. Okay.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, that's what I have.
How about you, T-Woo?
Okay, so all y'all out here talking about y'all got the hottest takes. Y'all are like
the hottest
maybe scalding water. I'm gonna be on the friggin' sun on this one.
Okay. Well, I want to hear it. Give it to me. Give it to me straight, dude.
Someday, Santorin, Perks, Turtle, Core JJ.
Whoa!
And now he's trying to turn off his mic. He turned off his mic now.
Yo! Don't you turn off that fucking mic? I want to hear Wild Turtle. I make fun of this guy on a weekly basis for being old and busted. Dude's older than I am, and I'm ancient, dude.
Like, Wild Turtle to me hasn't looked bad. Like, he hasn't looked bad.
He's been decent.
He's looked decent. I'll say that. I thought when you said
decent, but like
when you said newbie, I almost threw myself out a fucking window. Holy shit!
Here it goes. Defend Wild Turtle. Do it. I want to hear it.
So I'm just gonna as a general disclaimer for all my choices, I went on year-long stats, like just who had the best stats, how did I value those different stats. So in the whole league, Turtle is the best farmer, has the highest gold per minute, the most first bloods, most XP difference at 15, and then I gotta give him props for having more than one penta. So he is arguably the best laner in the league, and I think that is worth a shout out.
I think that dropping significantly took away what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Okay.
Anybody else?
Wait, I have a question
Hold
for
on.
you guys. Why is FBI not on your guys' list?
Hold on.
You can
Hold
why,
on.
S, why are you jumping the gun? What the
who
hell?
said
You
FBI
are
wasn't on my
jumping the
list?
gun.
What the
Yeah,
heck?
You
what?
said
What
FBI
are you
was
talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
S, do you have
Oh, my
ears? What the hell?
My question is, why have you already named FBI? We're only on number 2. That's
Warren-
my question.
Warren had FBI on what, your third team, right?
No, second team.
Yeah.
FBI on the second
What
team.
the heck? S, are you paying attention?
Hey,
I think
Yeah,
like
anyway.
most controversial
Anyway,
one was Mooney.
Wild Turtle, okay, sure. He has those good laning stats, fine. My issue with Wild Turtle is that he, as soon as team fight starts, I feel like he just kind of disappears. I never see him doing anything with his accumulated stats. Every other AD carry I have on my list, if you give them a lead, they will do something with it. They will perform.
My thing with CLG and Wild Turtle is that, like, I remember those stats because I follow the person on Twitter, the Law Esports stats person for that. The issue here with Wild Turtle, dude, for me, is that nothing he's done impactful gets them wins at all. Like, he's always in bad positions that gets him caught out. The game that when he dies, and then they later on lose the game. Remember that game against C9 they first played around where he literally was in front of his Aatrox? And then he dies, and then C9 makes the team fight, then Perks is split pushing to win. Like, I don't think he's been bad, quote unquote, like terrible, but nothing he does with Smoothie ever amounts to them winning, though. I don't know if that's not his own problem, but it's not either Smoothie's problem either.
It might be. It might be Smoothie. He is also old and busted, and I do like to make fun of him.
Hey, can I make a last second change? Hey,
last minute audible. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna pee. Hold on. General manager, Way of Life Esports. Is this allowed? I'm making an appeal to the front office. Is he allowed to do this?
This better be good. Who are you switching out? If you're switching out fucking someone for Sticksay, I'm kicking the fuck out of here.
I'm switching FBI for Sven for second team.
That's not bad.
Is FBI dropping?
Second, FBI third,
no,
or FBI third, Sven second?
FBI's going up, right?
Yeah.
So FBI 2, Sven 3. Okay.
No,
okay.
Sven is going to be 2 and FBI is going to be my 1, I think.
Okay.
Okay. All is right with the cosmos.
All right. Warren, you've been silent, man. I know you've been wanting to rag on people.
You cut off at the end. Rag on what?
Oh, I know you've been wanting to rag on our list. Yeah. Why you been so silent, Warren?
No, just I don't really have an issue. I was actually gonna talk about if anyone wanted to come at me with Hooney, I have Hooney top lane.
Oh, well, I forgot.
Yeah,
Hold on.
So, like,
sorry, I'm 3 beers deep. Hold on, give me a second.
So, like, I don't really think Hooney's been that bad, honestly. Like, to me, he's played.
No, he hasn't.
Hooney's played better than your third pick guy. So, hey, at least you're on the right track there. Honestly, I think Hooney's been. Yeah. Hooney's the same. Everything you said about Fudge, Hooney's been for TSM. That's it. Like, right.
Here's my problem. Because of your third pick, and now you're putting Hooney. That means that either Someday or Alfari is not on your first
One of them
team,
won't be,
which is kind of just incorrect from my point of view.
I had Alfari on. I said Alfari first.
You said Alfari for the third team, right?
Okay. Someday.
No, so he left off Someday from his top 3.
I mean,
I feel that's a mistake, but
no,
you know,
I don't feel that's a mistake. They just.
Like,
I can explain that.
Sunday's not had the best split, but I think it's still more impactful than the other guys. At least I have on my list. So my second place team. So Impact and Svenskeren are literally the best players on EG. I mean, Impact's narrative was he couldn't really carry
Arguably.
Like, Impact's one of the only reasons why they really win games by how much they actually play around him. It's not even they play around Jizuke. That guy's just running around with his head cut off in fucking Europe or something.
That guy is running around trying to swing his dick around, and sometimes it sticks and sometimes it doesn't.
Just like me. You never know.
Okay, I'm out of this.
So for me in Impact, he's also winning his lane. He's also impacting the game. He's team fighting very well. He's also carrying games too. I mean, but when you're on EG, I mean, he's there. It's literally been like what 2v9. It's literally there's only 2 players on this team that are doing anything. Impact's actually playing really well. I think it'll just go down as he's not as good as Alfari or Someday. Or carry potential like Finn, right? But I think he's actually provided a substantial, really good amount for Evil Geniuses. If the mid to bot side for EG was stable, I really do feel like this would be a much better team because Impact's been playing his A game. Like he's been on so many carry champions. He's been winning his lane consistently. He gets the jungle pressure, but from top lane you can't carry that way. Jizuke's over here fucking on Lucian doing drive-bys on a white girl Zoe and is losing. Like what the hell?
White girls don't do drive-bys. That's already false.
Whoa, hey, you guys want to jump to first team?
Whoa. Politics alert. Stop where you're at.
You guys are all Joe Biden supporters. I'm getting out of here.
So I think a lot of us had
Joe
Santorin
Biden just gave me
though.
$1,400.
I had Santorin too.
So then wait, so I'm curious how many of us are gonna, there's like one of 2 options you could do for number 1 then, right?
Yeah. So
like arguably.
Okay, so let's do number 1 and then kind of contrast them with number 2. So my number 1 first place all pro team is Alfari, Dardoch, Power of Evil, FBI, and Core JJ.
Dude, we matched.
What the fuck? Whoa, shit! Hell yeah!
Mine's slightly different. Alfari, Blabber, PoE, FBI, Vulcan.
That's good. Okay, that's a nice list. Okay.
Yeah.
Warren?
I guess I'll go next.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You guys can go.
Go ahead. I'll be last.
I'm just kidding with you guys.
Okay. My top is Alfari, Jungle, Dardoch, PoE, Sven, and Core J. I mean, not FBI, Core JJ.
Yeah, we have the same team. Okay.
Yeah.
You know me.
For me, it's gonna be
agree.
Alfari, Blabber, Jizuke, FBI, Huhi.
Wait, Jizuke?
Okay. Well, this I think I just got sterile.
Again, I want to make sure I'm not hearing things again.
Okay, I'll say it again. Top lane Alfari, jungle Blabber, mid lane Jizuke, and then FBI Huhi for bot lane.
You had actually had Huhi.
Whoa,
okay.
Huhi?
I mean, let's like this. No rack to Huhi. The supports have all been fantastic this split.
Yeah.
So
Right. Here's my thing, though. Yes, the sports have all been good, but when you get to this point, when they've all been good, the eye test, in my opinion, kind of trumps close stats. And for me, Core JJ and Vulcan have both just looked more impressive.
For
Did
me,
he have Core and Vulcan on his list?
So for me, with Core JJ and Sword Art, you could interchange them both. It really doesn't matter. I guess it's just all about how you feel a support player should play. I think both of them honestly play as well as a support should play. You know, and
it's so close.
It was
for me between Core and Vulcan.
Yeah,
it's so close.
The reason why it was just no match to Vulcan this split, and why people are gonna say why did you not have him on there? He just didn't roam or impact the game the same way that Sword Art, Afro, and Core JJ did to me personally. I think the other players just did what he did last year, except better. I don't think he's bad, but I think
I just remember the games where he's allowed to, where he played Alistar, where the team decided to give him Alistar.
But the games he played Nautilus, it was like, ugh.
I mean, there were other problems on those team comps besides Nautilus.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to finish this Vulcan point.
Okay.
It's just, here's the thing. There were just certain champions that if you gave Vulcan, like the Alistar, he would just turn into a super Giga Chad and just win the game by himself on a support Alistar.
I was factoring that in, but then you also have to factor in he only really did that on Alistar. The other champions were just not as impactful.
He played super well on Rel, on Leona. He played super well. He played well no matter what champion you put him on, other than the one Nautilus game.
We just have so many good supports. Yeah, we're like
right. That's why I think it's really close in 1 and 2. But between Corja J and Vulcan. I just disagree because you don't have him on the list at all. I think he should be.
He'd be an honorable
That's it.
mention, but Sword Art also has been integral to TSM as well. Like Sword Art's been just an animal.
Sure. But thing is, Sword Art. Although I did say I'm judging people as they are now, you do have to sort of also. That's not an absolute thing. Like you do have to sort of also consider. All right, well. Did he play well for the whole split? No, he didn't. That's why Sword Art's only number 3 on my list, because he played pretty poorly for the half of the split, right? So that's why he's not number 1 or 2.
That's why I had it for Vulcan too, because like there were certain games during the split where it looked kind of suspect. You see, and the support should be definitely impacting the game. That's all it is. I think all the supports have been fantastic. The only kind of controversial one was Root saying newbie. That's like the only controversial one. Other than that, or who he's been fine too. Like who he's
been good. Who's been good. I almost put who he for third.
It's just that we have so many good supports this year.
Yeah,
it's really hard to pick.
We're importing a lot of good supports, and then there's also Vulcan.
So my first so Dardoch. Okay, so let's start with this. You all have. Except Rue, you all have Power Vivo first place. I mean, he's been undeniably the best mid laner.
Did one go yet?
Let's talk about
I just to change one thing in my pick. That's all I gotta do.
Okay.
In my first team.
Yeah. All right. So hold on.
How about
go ahead.
that Jizuke thing?
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. Explain the Jizuke. Say something besides stats. Because I also saw him try to solo dive somebody under tower and then kill himself under tower.
I saw this guy actually try to
solo.
I saw this guy try to Orianna ult a Skarner that wasn't next to him without flash. I wasn't gonna get next to him at all, and he blows his shockwave, and they don't have him in the team fight. I was like, "What the fuck is he doing?"
Here's my thing: is I can't put Jizuke in the top 3 because he has by himself costed EG. So many games.
I just don't think
because he is just so reckless.
I just don't think he's been a reason why they've won games. I think the reason why they've won games is because either definitely carries them toward the late game or impact gets them to their early game. Or impact
he's been like 30-70 this play.
Hold on. Let the man defend his pick.
No, sure. Root, are you there?
Yeah, sorry. I talked to Vark and I was just making sure I was cool.
You're fine, man. No worries.
So basically, the reason I put Jizuke in first is because while I agree that he can sometimes be a little, let's say, overham and like be the reason his team loses, in certain situations, he's also been the reason his team has been winning team fights. Like the kind of champions he's been playing in the meta, he's been able to put out so much consistent DPS that's been able to set up deftly to get so many kills. It's been able to set up Svenskeren and Impact to just go in and do damage because he's in there in the back doing reliable hits. And I also gave him a small hit because he actually has the most solo kills either just in mid lane or in the whole league, which I think is important because it shows that he's able to make his own leads rather than needing Svenskeren or Ignar to kind of come in and help him out. He can make his own lead so that everybody else can kind of work on the side lanes and he can just focus on mid push. And I think that's something that's kind of invaluable in the league right now, is just having a consistent mid laner who can do himself fine without needing support from anybody else.
He's not consistent though.
Okay. Yeah. Here's my actual criticism with that view, though. You say he's doing the most damage.
I said he does consistent damage.
Well, right, I have an actual criticism for what you brought up here. You said he's doing the most damage, like in team fights, right? Because he's actually getting the backline. Here's the thing: that is an extremely risky and often incorrect way to play mid lane team fights. Because here's the thing: these other mid laners we brought up are winning games because here's the thing. They're not going into the backline to try to deal immediate damage, but they're staying alive, which in professional League of Legends is more important than just doing a solid burst and going back there and trying to make a flashy play. It's more important to stay alive because if you are alive, the threat of you doing damage is oftentimes more effective than you actually doing damage. And if you're dead because you went back there to chunk out some enemies, but then you died, your team doesn't get to go to Baron. Your team doesn't get to go to Dragon. Your team doesn't get to push mid lane. It's a problem that he's dead so much. It's a significant problem that he's dead so much. Sure, he got those damage numbers, but what did it cost? And that's my point.
Well, and how many times, just kind of as a small counterpoint, not that I actually want like evidence or anything, but like how many times has it been that he's like died but didn't take someone with him. You know, like, I don't think he's getting caught out as often as you think.
Well, it's not being caught out. It's a team fight. It's a team fight, right?
But that's
if you
what
die
I'm
in a
saying,
team fight, that's not getting caught out. That's you went into the team fight, you played aggressive, you died in the team fight. I don't consider that getting caught out.
I think
you're playing aggressive.
In a team fight, and then like, it's not like he's solo dying in a team fight and then nothing else happens.
Right. I mean, here's the thing. That has happened, but we're describing where he goes in and takes out another carry also has happened. Here's the problem, though. If you go in, kill somebody, and then you trade and you die yourself, that's a 1-for-1 trade. That's not getting your team an advantage. That's trading, which is just even. If you're ahead, that's bad. So in situations where his team's ahead and he's going in and trading himself for another team's carry, that's actually bad for his team.
He's the mid laner too.
Yeah, he's the mid laner. Here's the thing. If he just stays alive and the team fight goes even and they're ahead, they can just push the other team away simply by the weight of their gold advantage. And like I said, that's just my issue. He doesn't need to be as ham as he is. They would probably win more games if he was less ham in the mid game.
You know, if he actually went less ham, he'd probably be even stronger of a mid laner, actually.
Yeah. No, I think so.
Everyone knows he's a good player. It's just that he's not consistent. Like, some games he'll pop off. Some games he'll like, what is he doing?
All right,
like,
so to really break down, because like when you're talking about first place team, right? You're pretty much putting these players as the best for the regular season part, right? That's most of the criteria would have to be, right? So for me, Alfari has just been the best top laner. I mean, he just provides. Everything. He's like he's like second to Core JJ and how Team Liquid even win games because it wasn't going through fucking Jensen or
no, it wasn't
Santorin
or Tactical
or Tactical. Yeah. So
no, I'm honestly floored people had Tactical on this list at all. To be honest, because I thought Tactical was playing like shit.
He was only low for me.
Isn't as bad as he seems.
He was low for me simply because of just getting caught out. He got caught out consistently. When he was actually doing a lot of damage, I was like, this guy's just being... like, he wasn't exactly Jizuke for mid lane, but he was just getting caught out consistently. It was a consistent thing, but you saw him be a beast in lane. I was like, it's just not translating, but he's better than the other ADCs. Now, I probably should have had Neo over him, but the issue here is, you know, you factor in the games that Diggs lost, Neo's just been hard gap, though. Tactical's never been hard gap, though. That's just one of the things, though. So,
and Tactical is slumping this split anyway. This isn't normal Tactical.
But it's not, like, horrible, though. It's not
it's good Tactical, still.
Well, I mean, and Neo, like, he may be getting gapped in lane, but, like, he still puts up good, like, KDA stats for, like, he's staying alive in team fights. You know, he's pretty good at keeping zoning.
No, he plays team fights well. He plays team fights well. I directly admit that.
I mean, literally, Neo has the second highest KDA in the league behind Deftly. Deftly is the highest KDA AD carry this season.
You're overvaluing KDA, man. It's no problem.
I'm not trying to value it. I'm just making a point, like, based on the notes I took. Like, I don't have Deftly in my top 5 because he's a KDA player. Like,
in that case,
I'm just making a point.
I just want to.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Put my team out there because I haven't yet.
Oh sure, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
The only thing I changed for the team because I made a mistake was that I had Alfari in the top lane, I had Blabber in the jungle, I had PoE in the mid lane. I meant to say Sven, not Tactical, at ADC, and then I have Core JJ. That's my all pro team because I think Sven has not played like bad at all. Like I can't.
Like FPI's been bad.
I think the issue with Sven is
does Sven get second place? I think this is the exact thing you're about to say because we talked about it earlier.
The issue here with Sven is that there are certain moments where he cost his team the game in the early game when they needed to stay alive. If you guys never did that, that's my issue.
Yeah, right. When he gets caught. When Big Dick Daddy Vulcan goes to row mid lane.
Remember the Kaisa game where he jumped in and if he literally didn't die, they would have still extended the game. But him dying on Kaisa jumping in cost him the game. Also against the TL game, Kayle Morgana, how do you lose in a Kayle Morgana lane? Set up traps. What the hell? Set up traps win.
I mean, to be fair, he still won that lane. He still pushed that tower
That's crazy.
No, he still won that lane hard. Even after dying, he still had like a 1.5 thousand gold lead over his opponent because Just playing against Caitlyn Morgana is not fair. It's not a fair lane to play against.
So I want to ask you guys this: you guys don't have Dardoch at all on your list, right? Or do you guys have him?
Oh no, I do.
No, I have Dardoch.
I had him at third.
I had Dardoch third. Honestly, I probably should have put him second. But you know, it's really close between all three junglers, to be honest.
Okay.
Even though I think Blabber's the best.
Because I know me and S had the same list. Okay.
Yeah, me and you did.
So the issue here is that Core JJ, I think, is undeniable. Him and Alfari, Team Liquid are relevant because of them. Like, it wasn't because the other players.
Yeah.
They literally, they literally live and die by Core JJ. It's just how it is. It always has been.
I have him as a half a point shave off of Vulcan. Half a point. Like, if you're going like Madden, like overall rating scores for the players to determine this, right? If I have Vulcan like a 97 overall, right? At least as far as North America is concerned, I would have Core JJ a 96.5. Like, it's that close. It's that close.
The crazy thing is that Power of Evil actually being in everyone's first team except for Root. I mean, he's played well this split. He's played the best.
No, he's been the only consistent. He's been the only consistent carry mid lane. Yeah.
Like,
thing is, Perks has also popped off. Perks has popped off hard.
But the reason why C9's lost,
yeah.
But the issue here with Perks is that the reason why they've lost games is because of Perks. He plays too aggressive or fakes checks.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I know that's not because like
he's getting.
I know that's not because it's not because he's gapped, because his lane stats are still good. It's because he has zero respect for anybody else in this league. Zero respect. Absolutely none.
And Jensen's never been this bad before. He's never played like this.
He's just smoking that Danish crack, man. That Danish crack is crazy.
Dude, I'm just saying, it's, you know, weed's legal in fucking Cali, and that's where he lives right now.
All right, so
you know, maybe he's token up before the games.
I'm gonna
go MIP and MVP.
Yeah. So I'm gonna run down my list because I know since people are gonna probably go back to this, so I'll run down my list. So anybody who's listening to this right now, third team: Someday, Svenskeren, Jensen, Tactical, Afmaru. Second team: Impact, Blabber, Perks, Ven, Sword Art. First team: Alfari, Dardoch, Power Viva, FBI, and Core JJ. Now moving on, who is your most improved player, guys, for the LCS 2021 Spring Split?
Mine's is gonna be controversial for sure.
Most improved.
I'll go first, and we'll all go down and say our player. Mine's Finn, actually.
Finn?
Dardoch.
Okay.
Ooh. Mine's is Dardoch too.
Okay.
Fudge.
Fudge.
If you're look at him from lock-in to the end of Spring Split. I think he's much better now than he was at the beginning of Spring Split. Lock-in.
Because of Blabber.
That's why I've been.
All right.
So yeah, 2 Dardochs, 1 Finn, Fudge.
All right, you want me to name somebody else just to make you feel better? Do you want me to?
I don't think it's only because of Dardoch, but that's my opinion.
Yeah. All right, hold on. One second.
Dardoch?
Wait, did you go? Wait. Oh yeah, you're Dardoch. Sorry. Warren, would you go?
I for most improved, I actually have Huni.
That's not bad. That's not a bad pick, actually.
That's actually good.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Huni. Like, this is expected. Like, he has a split where he's fucking garbage, right? And then he pops off. And then he's garbage. And then he pops off. And then he's garbage. And then he pops off. This is the tale of Huni. Yeah, it's a pattern. I could have told you that Huni was going to play well this year. I could have told you that.
I mean, stop. Nobody thought that. Nobody, come on.
No,
Be real.
I did not think. All right, you guys see the videos. I thought this guy was going to be dog shit. And he was dog shit for a little bit of time. He was like literally dog shit for a little bit of time. But he actually improved. And that's a fair pick. So for me, the reason why I have Finn was supposed to be worst imported player, scapegoat on Rogue, came over to CLG, and he's been a really consistent carry for them. Honestly, he's improved everything. People say he was just going to be a weak side tank player, and he's not been. He's been everything but a carry player. So that's why he's it for me. He's pretty much changed his entire narrative around just in one split alone. He's now just looked at as one of the better top laners in LCS, and I think that's good compared to what he was at last Worlds. He was just looked at as just a player that was bringing down his team, and now he's completely changed that. So
LCS revived him.
Thank God. This region's terrible. Oh my God, this region sucks.
We forgot T-Root.
Yeah, can we?
He had they think Dardoch, right?
I said Dardoch, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect on the name now.
I thought MIP was going to be most important player, and you have MVP as most valuable player.
I said most improved.
No, most
improved. Because he improved from 2020 to 2021.
Okay.
You want to jump to MVP?
Yeah, let's do it.
That's the controversial one. So I'm gonna go first.
Let's
go. We have LCS 2021 Spring Split MVP minus Dardoch.
Mine's too.
Jesus Christ! Ravioli, what's yours? If it's
okay,
he's got Blabber.
It's probably Blabber. If it's, I swear to God, if you're saying any other pick, I know you're lying.
I mean, it's Blabber.
It's probably Pole Belter. I know it was Pole Belter.
No, it's Blabber. I think Blabber. All right, can I split into two right here? I think Blabber is the best player in the LCS display.
See you next week, man. I'm just kidding. We're both really like that.
But if we go by the two definitions of MVP, which are contentious, right?
Yeah.
Who's the best player? Who's the most important player for their team? Right. The best player, I still think it's Blabber.
Mm-hmm.
But if I say who was the most important player for their team to have success, then I agree it is Dardoch.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think Dignitas is where they're at in the top half of the standings without Dardoch. So officially it's Blabber, but I do recognize your guys' opinion of the MVP award,
Mm-hmm.
where you view it as, you know, who is the most important player for their team. Then I agree, yeah, if you go by that definition, yeah, it should be Dardoch. But my pick should be Blabber because I think he's just the best player right now. Because here's the thing, he's had a couple games where he's had some missteps, right? Mm-hmm. But games where he hasn't had those missteps, he's been hard smurfing the entire fucking year, dude.
Okay.
Like games where he's not fucked up, it hasn't even been close. I mean, it has not been close.
Blabber was my second choice, though. I'll say that Blabber was my second choice.
Dude, this is the thing. It's unparalleled how, like, ever since Blabber's got the starting position, I feel like he's improved every single split, which is impressive considering he got MVP spring of last year.
I mean, this is interesting how we all have Dardoch or Blabber as our first and second.
It's just
so fun.
I mean, Dardoch has finally got on a team where he's not been toxic and he's been able to like show what he can do. Mm-hmm. And Blabber is just the most exciting North American player.
A different pick, actually.
Okay, so
I had to give it a lot of thought.
All right,
I had to give it a lot of thought. And I do like Blabber. I do like and which Dardoch. Is all fair, Dardoch. And I'm not disagreeing with you guys, but considering that TSM lost Bjergsen, I did put PoE as MVP actually, because that's to me that was an important role for him to come in. He's been constantly consistent. He's put up good stats throughout each even in the losses he's done very well. And I think that team, if they had a different mid laner, they lose more games. They hands down they lose more games. I think if you take PoE out of that mid lane, Sword Art has been fantastic. But I think if you take PoE and you put anyone else, I don't like when I mean anyone else, anyone that's not Perks or Jensen, because they're not going to leave their teams.
You guys want to hear a controversial opinion?
No.
He's gonna give
it to us anyways.
I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Mid lane is not even in the top 3 most important lanes in League of Legends right now, at least in North America. I just won't agree. I will not give MVP to a mid laner because jungler, support, and AD carry. Yeah. Jungler support are both more important.
But your mid lane decides your draft too, so how's that?
No.
Well, but the jungler enables the whole game.
No, tell me what's more important? What's more important?
A mid laner roaming is not important? No?
No. What's more important? Getting a roaming mid laner or picking Rel? What's more important? It's picking Rel, because guess what? That determines your entire team's engage. The way your entire team.
You can pick Alistar too, by the way, but that's indifferent. But okay.
Alistar is good, but it's not right. But Rel is on a different level.
I'll say this.
Rel is.
For my MVP quality pick, so I actually had Blabber second. It's a hard pick because it's really honestly just what you value. Now, I do agree. If you have better players around you, things are more stable. What I value differently is that he had compare C9's players to Diggs objectively. Just objectively. C9 have the better players, right? So factor in how much more work does Dardoch have to do to get his team these wins. That's the different part. It's no knock to Blabber, because I do feel like people do not give Blabber enough credit. Blabber has to guard Fudge, or this guy's going to run it down on you. That's in and of itself, right? Which is something you have to value in.
Yeah, he's sort of babysitting, although Fudge...
I'd argue
Fudge
Fake God is better than Fudge.
See,
yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, sure, yeah.
Week too. There was this week.
I mean, Fake God.
I'm just saying.
Fake God's also a very promising rookie, is the thing.
My thing is that when you look at what Dardoch has to deal with his teams just to prop them up, that's really valuable. You literally have like considerably weaker mid laner and top laner compared to TL, TSM, and Cloud9, even 100 Thieves. They just comparatively pretty much have weaker players in super key positions that need to get you ahead during the game at certain moments, top and mid. Every mid laner and top laner outside of their team is just better. They just are, you know? Now, I do agree. Blabber has to go to Fudge's lane. He's got to jungle his own camps. He has to watch out for the other lanes as well. That's valuable in and of itself. You can watch someone else's lane, carry them while also carrying the game as well. I just think that it all comes down to what you value more. I value bringing up worse players because it's a lot more harder, and it's a lot more harder to show that as well. It's a lot harder to bring up worse players than it is good players, because we know Perks and Sven and Vulcan are going to be good. We knew that going in. That's why we had them at first place. I think one of us had TL like first. It doesn't really matter, right? But all of us had Dig at like 8th place, right? Now, why was that? Because they just substantially have weaker players. Now, that's much different than a player that has Perks, Sven, and Vulcan. That's
right.
How I see
it also has a little bit to do with Dignitas players proving they were better than we thought they were. They're just better than we thought they were.
But that would also come from having a patch that focused on the jungle meta too, because the jungle meta was what carry junglers that had to get your laners ahead, right? And he played that perfectly. He played a different jungler every single game to do this. Like, he proved he was flexible. He proved he could get them leads, and he proved they could close out games, and their team fighting.
I mean, here's my thing though. When he played against Blabber, he lost.
if this week didn't happen, if this week only didn't happen, hey dude, that's what happened.
Even in the first game,
dude.
Even in the first time they played,
I blame that on Fake God and Sligo. Fake God and Sligo suck. I'm blaming it on them. I'm scapegoating them.
Fake God lost to Fudge.
That's sad in itself. That's sad in itself. You lose to Fudge, you should get out of the league. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna Fudge. I'm not gonna Fudge.
Yo, here's the thing. It's just, dude, Blabber is the biggest player in the league right now. And sometimes he does some sus shit.
You just made my point. Even Fudge is a little bit better than Fake God, and even just that, they just literally have the better players. I'm just saying. Guys.
No. Fake God is a little bit better than Fudge. Fake God
Fudge just beat the shit out of him this week. Fudge just beat the shit out of him. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, and fucking Fake God beat Alfari. What's your point?
Oh my god. Okay, Alfari's hand did not work that game. Come on, he had a cramp. Come on.
What? Did he was he jacking off or something too hard? What happened? What happened?
But overall, I'm just saying, Dardoch is my LCS 2021 Spring Split MVP. So the only person different here was just, you had Blabber, which is most people's second choice. Warren, what was your second choice if you didn't choose Power of Evil?
Dardoch.
Okay.
Well, that kind of rounds it up.
that was a quick one for me because
I never gave mine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, who is it?
Oh, so like in my heart it's Dardoch, but like on my list when I actually looked at everything, Blabber 2, Alfari 1.
Okay.
Alfari is my MVP.
I can live with that. I can live with Alfari being your MVP vote.
See, my thing is that at least when we go through all these lists, at least I know we're at least on the same page and watching some games. Okay, guys, we're not silver analysts. We actually do pay attention. I'm just saying. Like, the fact that Dardoch actually was high on all your guys' lists, that tells me you guys are at least watching the games and paying attention. Because, see, he really did prove that he could take a shitty team. Even Alphamu, too. I wish I could count up Alphamu in this as well.
God.
He played well. Like, outside of mid lane... Outside of the LCS, I mean, they played outside the LCS in terms of mid laners. They played great.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm really not liking how I can't just dunk on Afromu. right now because I love just dunking on Afro Mo,
he's
but I just
black.
can't because
Dang, we got
oh fuck! I've been exposed.
It's been exposed. We're going.
and you're
Clip-
KKK member.
Oh my god!
This is the best Afro's looked since 2018 100
Yeah.
games when he
Yeah,
won
the first
MVP.
split. Yeah, that first split when they
Mhm.
played TL at the start of their dynasty. Yeah, that was the best he's looked since then. Yep.
No joke.
Yep.
I counted Afumu out this year and he proved me wrong. So I'm not.
Like that should be surprising in itself. I had Dignitas like 8-some place, and hey, they're in the playoffs.
Hey, Afro, all I'm saying is you better fucking keep it up in summer, or I'm coming. I'm going right back. I'm going right back.
I'm gonna get the whip, boy.
Dude. I live in Ohio. That was a free state, so I'm gonna need you to go ahead, back all the way off.
As my channel member Chaz Blank says, I'm gonna moonwalk the fuck out of this conversation. But as you guys know, before we go on, my LCS 2021 Spring Split MVP is Dardoch. Most improved player is Finn, and we're gonna move on. So, what do you guys want to talk about? The LCS week we just had.
Yes.
TSM got second place. All right, Warren, tell us.
Oh my god!
All right,
Here
Warren.
we go.
All right, Warren.
Hold on, I need another
Warren,
beer.
Preach us the gospel of TSM.
I think you're gonna need about 4 beers. So I just wanted to make sure. So like I brought up a point last week that, and I'm pretty sure I said this. I said about one was the Lucian thing, and here before you jump in, I said that Lucian might not have a good win rate, but if it's in the right player and they know what they're doing, it's a good champion. For instance, Scout. I think Scout or somebody on EDG.
Scout.
Yeah, Scout's Lucian is apparently you don't ever want him to play it, right?
It's legendary, bro.
It's legendary, right? So
Yeah.
I looked at the games and I was like, well, let's be honest, Perks is better than Pole Belter. That's not a question, right? So then I was like, okay, let me look at the games. When I saw CLG lost to a Lucian and a Pole Belter, I was like, okay, I don't know, Perks, what are you doing, bro? But you know, it's fine. Then I was like, okay, I know that's gonna get discounted because it's quote unquote low, omega low LCS. So then I looked at the next region. I was like, oh, G2 went up against Mad Lions, Humanoid against Caps. That's who could say that's not a good matchup, right? Caps got clapped by Humanoid. Guess what? Lucian again. I just want to say that all I'm saying is that the pick is not bad. It's not like I'm saying Lucian is always a high win rate pick. All I was trying to get at was that Lucian in the right player's hand, in the right draft, is a good pick that people underestimate. Even if you look through the pick and bans, I noticed Lucian was banned a lot for some reason for a champion that's considered dog.
It's good for this reason.
It's those black guys.
Lucian, because of his high variance, because it was a lane bully, and that's how it succeeds, right? You can pick Lucian to basically neutralize a player who's substantially better than yours. So you can pick Lucian in order to, like, in Humanoid versus Caps, right? Well, if you do that, then you know for at least until, like, late mid-game or midway through mid-game, the Lucian pick will neutralize Caps and prevent him from being a force on the Rift. Even if it doesn't work out in the end, as long as you draft correctly, your other picks can, in theory, work, right? And you can win the game that way. It usually doesn't end up that way, but it can. I just don't like. Here's the thing: it's a horribly low win rate for a reason. You have to get so ahead on it. Even though it won a couple games this weekend, it doesn't change my opinion on it. I think it's garbage.
I just wanted to show you that in the right player's hands, because I could say Pole.
Sure.
I'm not going to say Pole Belter is better. I'm not stupid. I know Pole Belter is not better than Perks. Perks might have done some asinine shit so I'm gonna factor that. But
or acid.
I make sure that I use the guy. I want to make sure I use a guy like Humanoid against Caps because Caps has shown that he can play losing matchups too, but he didn't do that against Humanoid. And Caps is the king of EU mid lanes. You know, that's like the person you look up to. So that's I just wanted to provide context. Sorry.
Right, but here's the thing. I could say the same thing about, like, say, Vigar or Zillion. Like, oh, you put one of those or Rumble. Oh, They're a low win rate champ right now, but you put them in the right hands. Yeah, you can win a game. I mean, any champion can be anybody's pocket pick to win.
You put me on
here's the thing
against Perks, I will run it down.
Yeah, but here's the thing: justify Lucian over Tristana in the mid lane.
I mean, CLG must have justified it against because that's what they won with.
Didn't C9 just pick Tristana though?
But C9 lost with Tristana. That's I don't know why.
Yeah, in the bot lane. Yeah, Tristana's a very strong champion right now. Listen, sometimes you just lose. Right. In football, there's a saying called "any given Sunday," where any given Sunday, any team can beat any other team as long as they are in the same league. And they're all professional players. That can just happen.
Now tell that to my team. Because that shit don't count. Don't tell it.
That changes. That changes substantially when it's not a best of one game. When it's a series, that notion doesn't work anymore.
Well, I want to.
But I want to just move on from this. So.
Oh well, yeah. I want to continue. My point was that.
Just last
TSM TSM needs to not get a 3-0. I don't know if there was any team. Can you guys? I'm just asking. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if did any teams go 3-0 this whole split, because it doesn't seem like
Cloud9 and 100 Thieves.
Cloud9 did it a lot.
Cloud9 did twice. Dig did twice.
100 Thieves did too. 100 Thieves started 3-0. Remember? They had the undefeated narrative.
TSM. Now again, I don't want to sound rude when I say this. TSM loses to Dig, right? That's the team that basically won the head-to-head. But TSM got the wins that I thought mattered because they beat TL and they beat they had actually they beat GGS and they beat I think TL again.
Yeah.
So they did what they had to do. They never go 3-0 for the week. I think if they did, they'd probably get a higher standing. I believe that the best of 5 series we will see. I think this is when we're going to see these team rosters finally come to fruition. Because I am C9 knows that I am an advocate or a protester against best of ones. I hate them. I think they're stupid.
I want best of 3s. You know that, man.
So I like best of 3s. So I want to see the playoffs play out, because that's how I personally feel. But
so
here's all I gotta say about these best of 5s.
Okay.
The league better hope that Fudge isn't playing as well as he can, because if Fudge is not a active weakness on C9, the rest of the league's gonna have a hard time. That's all I gotta say.
This is the thing I'll cover. We'll have a few points for this past LCS 2021 Spring Split Week 6. As you guys already know, Cloud9 finishes first place 13-5. TSM finishes second place at 12-6. Team Liquid finished third place at 12-6. 100 Thieves finished at fourth place 11-7. Dignitas, being carried by Dardoch and Avram, finished 11-7 at fifth place. Evil Geniuses, the biggest fucking disappointment since my dad left me, is at sixth place. Immortals sitting at seventh. Oh, I love you, Warren. Immortals sitting at 7th place at 7-11. FlyQuest sitting at 8th place at 6-12. CLG sitting at 9th place at 5-13. And Golden Guardians, dog shit trash at 3-15. Newbie is trash, and so is fucking Stixay. Holy moly. No, it actually wasn't Stixay. It actually was a Blaze Olive just running it down half the time. Niles, I think Niles has a good prospect. If Niles can just perform good on this bad team, he'll get on a better squad next year. Just keep playing the way you are, Niles. You're good, man.
For anyone that remembers, I have officially lost the taco bet.
It was only by 2 games. It was only by 2 games. It was by 2 games. Why couldn't GGS just beat TSM, man? Or just beat...
Shut up!
I mean, they could have. TSM was looking real shaky at the start, man.
Not in that game. Come on.
And you know what's crazy? Golden Guardians won the head-to-head. Golden Guardians beat fucking CLG this week on Saturday. It didn't matter.
Yep. If they just didn't lose to
they even beat 100 Thieves. That was crazy.
If they didn't beat 100 Thieves and CLG didn't beat Cloud9, we might be in a different story right here.
That's true. So I was gonna ask you guys just one thing before we move on to the LCS 2021 midseason showdown. Biggest disappointment team of this past regular season?
G.
FlyQuest.
FlyQuest? Okay.
FlyQuest.
Hi.
I agree.
FlyQuest.
I don't want to say FlyQuest because I look at their players and like
That should be
I
a
didn't.
given, right?
That's a given. Like EG has a outside like definitely had the opportunity to show that he could step up, and I feel like EG with the talking points where you placed him also in your pro team, they should have been at least top 4. They should have been top 4,
I had them
top
at
5.
like 4th. Yeah.
You know what? You know what? Actually, I'm gonna change my answer. 100 Thieves.
But
100 Thieves should have been way better than what they ended up.
But you had them at 3rd and they got 4th. That's not too bad, right?
Here's the thing: they exceeded in the first half of the split. They exceeded my expectations.
They're a disappointment
And
because
that-
they benched Dardoch. That's what. I mean,
They are-
because
they are
benched
dis- They are a disappointment because they could have been so much better. Just not even in record, but like from the eye test
Okay. So you're
than what they
factoring
are
in-
now.
Yeah. So you're factoring in how you thought
They
about
could
them
have-
compared to how they ended. Okay.
Yeah, because right now, like if I'm a 100 Thieves fan going into the playoffs versus Cloud9, I'm not feeling good about that. I'm not feeling good about that at all.
Swear to God, if we lose that
'Cause-
fucking match,
Then
I'm
you
slitting
sub
my
back
throat.
in DeMonte.
Is that really gonna matter? Like, is that really gonna make that big a difference?
Dude, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because here's the problem. They don't have a way to win.
What, dude? What if 100 Thieves got pole belter?
Please don't.
No.
I was gonna say then I'd stop being a 100T fan.
Oh shit!
Why would you want pole belter? Guys
Hey.
collecting the paycheck too.
So
What?
here's what I'll say. The reason why EG are the biggest disappointment for me, if you discount definitely, look at their players. Ignar had a fantastic 2020. Jizuke, he still had a decent part of 2020 where he looked good. Svenskeren and Impact, like these are known veteran players that always, seem to always get to finals, win titles. It just feels like this team just disappointed on every level. Like just outside of Impact and Svenskeren, the team just stunk. Like it was not good.
Hey, C9, I got some secret information. 100 Thieves is gonna win this.
Okay. Did Nate Shot
Hold up. I'm looking to make some tacos back. Are you willing to put tacos on that?
Just wait. And once you hear this,
Okay, sure, go ahead.
they offered Bigson $20 million. He's coming, bro.
Okay,
No.
have a great. Thanks for the show.
Thanks for the show. I'll see you guys next week.
Anyway, S.
Yeah.
Are you willing
Oh
to
no!
put
Don't put him
tacos
in that.
on this?
Don't put him in
I'm
that
not
spot.
doing it for that. If
Oh,
it happens, I'll be surprised.
Oh, so you're not confident enough to bet tacos on it?
Let me go talk to Bigson real quick, bro.
There are different tiers of being confident. There's being, having a feeling, being super confident, and being taco confident. So how confident are you in that?
So my
prediction.
thing with FlyQuest is looking at how other C9 players have left C9 and not done well. I mean, it was kind of a given they wouldn't do well on FlyQuest. It's happened so many times before. High contracts, this Svenskeren, Kumo, just like Zazel.
Wait, didn't you just say Svenskeren was really good?
Fine. I
Not
just think they're.
Svenskeren. Wrong one. Not
Oh.
Svenskeren. Oh my god, what the
I'm
fuck?
about
My
to say
brain.
you.
Would you
Come
say
on,
me?
call
Also, Kumo was improving hella on
But he still didn't
on
do
EG
well.
last year before they bench you.
But like when C9 players leave and they're supposed to be really good on other teams, I don't see the same success. I'm just saying, there's a pattern here.
I think it's because the coaching is poor on those other
But
teams.
isn't Impact the exception to that rule? Like he got better when he left C9.
He did.
He was good on C9.
Oh, whoa, what? Like
good on
he's like the
Cloud9.
same. He's like the same player. He's like been the same player for like the last 5 years.
I'd say this
what
is
about
one of his Medios? best years in a while.
What about Medios?
Medios?
He was good. I
He
mean,
was,
100T
right? Yeah.
when 100T had a good management team, I feel like their coaching kind of fell off a time or two, and that's why he got dumped so many times.
Yeah. We'll have
But
to
he was
see
even
how.
good when he was on Phoenix One.
Yeah. We'll have to see how Sneaky performs when he signs with
Evil geniuses.
with FlyQuest
Okay.
or EG. Yeah.
Half.
I'm telling
We'll
you,
see.
Sneaky to EG would make that team be a better team.
Yeah,
I'll just say,
dude,
like,
I want to will it. I
What's
miss
wrong with you, fool?
guys. I miss Sneaky. I miss Sneaky a lot.
I miss my
Hey,
mind.
come on, Warren. TSM sneaky.
TSM Sneaky.
Let's
All right,
They
I mean,
have-
TSM Sneaky. Let's do it.
would
No,
Sneaky be an
stop
upgrade
it.
over Lost?
No, hell no. Stop it. Stop it.
Dude, if Sneaky signs with TSM, will you buy a jersey?
Oh my god.
No, I would never do that.
Even
Guys
if
aren't
Pearson
cooking.
tells you to buy one?
No.
The good word of beer.
Dude, if Bjergsen signed with C9, I'd buy a jersey. If it makes you feel any better.
I just go outside butt naked and backflip off a fucking bridge. That's what I do.
You might be doing the world a favor.
Oh my god!
Dang, Warren.
God damn! What did I do to you,
Okay.
Warren? I didn't take your girlfriend. She came to me, man. All right.
No, she came to me first, then you.
Oh, Mandingo went bitches now? Oh my god. All right. So, the LCS 2021 Spring Split regular season is over. Time to move on to the LCS 2021 Spring Split Mid-Season Showdown. Kicks off with 2 banger matches this week. The first one is TSM taking on Team Liquid, 2 of the top orgs in the LCS. Warren, I already know who you got, and you better say Team Liquid.
Shut the fuck up. That's the dumbest thing. I'm not saying that. First of all,
Hey, you're lucky.
I'm just
I have
gonna-
TSM
okay,
winning it, you fucking bastard.
I'm gonna just go off of pure what happened in this split. They won. They basically beat Team Liquid 2-0 this split. I'm not sure about lock-in if they beat them or not.
TL won that 2-0. It'll be around.
So right now I think it's 2. If we were to conclude lock-in, it's a 2-2. But I'm not sure if I want to include that. But I think overall, I think what it's gonna come down to this series is how if Santorin is actually more impactful, because I think he can be, they'll win the series. Santorin has to do something out of like Houdini to like really, because I think so far they show that they can play TS. They show
Dude,
that
if Jensen shows up, TSM's wrapped. Like,
I mean POE can
Well-
show up too, so it's I that's what I'm saying. Like
Alfari, like
in the bot lane.
Hold on. Let him finish.
Well, the thing is, Alfari on stream and T-Root was, I think T-Root or someone, Alfari said that the best set on the eye test and playing against them, that Huni was second best, or I think Huni someday. That's what he said. And coming from Alfari, I don't know, man. I was like, wow, I was surprised that this man said that, because Alfari is a good top laner. We all agree on that. The bot lane, we've seen it for ourselves that Lost and Sword Art against Core JJ and Tactical, it's been an even matchup. It's not like one of them has beaten. It's like one gets a kill, one team, one side. It's a back and forth thing. PoE can pop off too, just like Jensen. I'm telling you, it's gonna come down to the jungle.
My thing is the reason why TSM's my thing is the reason why TSM's winning this is because if you look at just recently, none of so take it player for player. I think Team Liquid still have the better players to a certain extent in like some positions, right? But none of that's mattered though. TSM's just stomped them. Like in team fighting, they stomped them. Both games they've played, they've stomped them. It's not even close. And this is just recently.
Here's my thing. Those weren't best of ones. This is a series.
My thing is like having the better players didn't matter at all. Like having the better players didn't matter for this.
Dude, here's my
I think
thing
playoff Jensen's coming.
I mean,
yeah,
that's banking on.
But if we're gonna use that argument, can we use that argument for Dig then? Because there's a lot of games they should have lost, and it's best of ones.
And Power of Evil has definitely been clutching best of fives too. Like he was just in 2 back-to-back finals last year too.
Dude, here's my thing is I don't know if TSM is gonna be able to. I don't think they're maybe as adaptable as TSM is, or as TL is. I think TL can be more adaptable over a series.
It just depends.
And
because
I feel like TL has more lanes they can reliably play out of.
But that has.
I feel like TSM is.
I'm just saying, just in the recent games, that hasn't mattered though. I'm just going off just the recent games they played.
I almost fell out my chair.
Dude, I'm going 3-0 TL.
I don't know. I think it's as close.
I'm saying 3-2. I said it before on my other prediction things. So I'm gonna make sure I'm consistent. 3-2 TSM. I think TSM
3-1. I'm gonna go with 3-1 TSM.
The reason why I say it's 3-2 is because like TL's
3-1 TL.
Whoa. Okay, so who's picking TSM beside me and Warren? Right? I'm picking TSM.
I'm picking TL 3-0, man. It's
Okay.
over.
Okay, so 3. So it's 3. So Ravioli, you have Team Liquid, right? What, 3-1?
3-2.
3-2. Oh, it's gonna be a close
I
series.
think. Here's the thing. I say TL. Here's the thing. You can probably tell I don't feel good picking either team here because I honestly think it's going to come down to how each individual player is playing on that particular day. Because I think this is so close. This is so close.
That's a fair take.
Agreed. I will agree with that. That's why I said they match up pretty well. They match up very well. Like
all I'm saying is that just recently, just having the better players just hasn't mattered. It really hasn't for them.
But here's my thing: is if Jensen shows up ready to play, that is very bad for TSM. If he shows up playing like he's been playing all split, it's good for TSM, and I think they edge it out. But if Jensen comes up playing like he has played in the past, that spells bad news for TSM.
Dude, POE getting wrapped up and thrown out the door, bro. That's all he's doing.
Oh my god, let's stop it.
He's gone.
No, POE is a great player.
I'm just saying, we all had that guy on our first place All-Pro team, best mid laner. I'm just saying.
Right. No, he is. But here's the thing: that's only because Jensen hasn't been as good as he has been in previous years. If Jensen looks like 2020 Jensen, then all of a sudden, mid lane isn't a hard bank role you can just get a lead out of for TSM. And that's a huge problem.
That's the thing, man. I can't predict for that. I got to predict off what I've just seen.
No.
Remember, Tactical returns to 4-2 with Jensen? Well, that's not even going to be a season.
It's tough. There's a lot of ifs. And man, I just don't know. I just feel in my gut that it's a 3-2. It's a 3-2, right? It's a 3-2, and I'm not quite sure up here which way it's going.
I don't know.
I'm not quite sure.
I'm really feeling this 3-0. I'm not gonna quote me on this next. I'm really feeling it. I feel like I'm really feeling.
All right, Shulk. All right, it's
I will put tacos on it.
Oh,
you're putting tacos on it. I'll take that. I will take that taco bet. It will not be a 3-0.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Okay, so I'm picking TSM 3-2. Warren has TSM winning 3-1. Ravioli, what you have for TL winning?
3-2.
S?
3-0.
3-0. Root?
TL 3-1.
Okay.
I want to have a heart attack right now.
Bro, we're in like the Twilight Zone here. Holy shit.
No, I'm telling you, Jensen and Tactical Boss.
You know what, dude? And Scarlett Johansson could come in this door right now and start having sex with me. Dude, is that going to happen? Probably not.
Hey, I won't put tacos against
Oh my god. We're getting taco wages on LCS matches. Alright, guys.
Dude, taco wages are sacred. We cannot take them lightly.
The next banger best of 5 on Sunday will be Cloud9 taking on
a banger. It's Cloud9.
Yeah, it's just kind of a banger. It's definitely Cloud9. Cloud9.
It's Cloud9. I'm sorry.
But, hey, what if someday carries
I do think it's Cloud9 3-1. I'm just putting my pick out there early.
Yeah, I'm just
Cloud9 3-1. But I think the game is close. Each game is going to be close until about 20 minutes.
Yeah, because if you guys don't know, we already did this match prediction in a separate video.
Yep.
I just think that.
Yep. So I'm gonna step back a little bit because I was already on his channel making this prediction.
I think this is a Ryoma diff, bro. I think it's 3-0.
I'll say this too. I'll bring the same point up. Last year, this was a matchup in the LCS 2020 Spring Split, right? They had Niski. Niski was the best mid laner at that point in time, I guess, for some people, right? Niski's not better than Perks, right? But Niski beat the shit out of Ryoma. It wasn't close.
I mean, who doesn't, bro? Who doesn't beat the
But now you have Perks. Now you have Perks. That's even a bigger gap. Like,
hell yeah.
And then
and they have Fudge in the top lane. Oh my god.
Okay, he's actually trolling. That guy's trolling right there. So you have Sunday the top lane. So they win top lane. If 100 Thieves' bot lane can go even with Cloud9's bot lane, they can create an advantage from that, right?
Hopefully.
Right, but the problem is mid lane and jungle. Don't forget, Blabber exists, and that's a problem.
I just feel bad because Ryoma's so bad compared to the rest of the mid lane. It's like sad.
Bro, they need Pole Belter in this shit.
They need anyone,
even Pole Belter. Like, it does.
It's C930 if they start Ryoma. It's C932 if they start Demonte.
Oh, okay. I guess that's an interesting.
100 Thieves is still a good team. The problem is that Cloud9 just. It's a blabber diff, in my opinion.
Well, no, I
honestly.
think it's a hard mid diff.
It's hard mid diff.
It's mid diff.
It's a hard mid diff because
it's a mid diff and a jungle diff.
The issue here with the jungle is like
it's close, man.
Because like the issue with Closer is that like he doesn't excel right now on the hard carry champions. Blabber just excels at all the champions he can play except better. It really just depends on how the early game goes. Now the big problem with the 100 Thieves is. Why don't they
have
play
that
through
permaban Olaf?
They need to do that. Why don't they also play through someday when he's stomping Fudge? Because let's be honest here, Summit's not going to lose to Fudge. Just if that happens, I'm snapping my fucking neck during the live games. That's
if it's a 5-game series. If it's a 5-game series, here's my bold prediction. If it's a 5-game series, Fudge will win lane in 1 game.
The only way that happens is someday smokes crack.
Can we have a snapping netback? There's a snapping netback? Okay.
Oh, what the hell? Oh my god, Warren. Like, you must be on some hard fucking butt crack if you lose to Fudge 1v1 if you're someday. Like
it's not about losing one.
It's not be high off his ass, bro.
No, guys, it's not about losing 1v1 via skill. It's if there's a certain champion matchup that C9 just wins the draft. And Fudge just has an overwhelming advantage.
Well, what you said before, remember?
Then yeah,
if they gave Fudge throughout the series,
give him Scion
and
give him Scion,
give him Scion and Gragas.
What?
How could he lose on
what is? Yeah, what is something supposed to do? Even if he wins by 30 CS and a kill on Renekton against Scion by 23 minutes, it does not matter.
What if
it does not matter that Scion will be an unstoppable fucking tanking machine?
If they pick someday Jace, they're gonna they could hard camp top lane, but like, is that really gonna get them a win though? Like,
no,
they tried
that's too many resources.
Well, they tried that in the
too many resources.
They tried that in the lock-in tournament, and it just didn't work at a certain point. So like, I think all the advantages you can give them, I think Cloud9 just trumps them all. Like,
yeah, because here's the problem: if you commit all those resources to top lane, then all of a sudden, this bot lane that you're banking on, which is only a slight lead if you're being like generous, right?
Yeah.
I think it's dead even, but you give them a slight edge to 100 Thieves. All right, Blabber just goes down there.
But the issue here is that if 100 Thieves creates their own advantage bot lane, that would mean that Closer would also have to be in the vicinity to create the advantage for them because he's not creating his own advantages right now.
Right. You can say that, yeah, sure. You can say that FBI is better than Sven. I actually agree with that, this split. But here's the thing. Vulcan's better than Huhi.
Yeah, but I'm saying this is a good matchup because this is like the second and third best bot lanes, right?
Yeah, it's a close matchup down there, which is why I don't like giving the edge to anybody. I think it's going to be hugely dependent. I think it's going to be hugely dependent on the coaches and what they draft for the bot lane, for their bot lanes.
This would be an amazing matchup if Ryoma wasn't their mid laner.
Oh my god, this man hates Ryoma.
I love it. So imagine 100 Thieves, but you put like someone like PoE in their mid lane.
But
they'd be the best team in the league.
Please not to face my team and put them on 100 Guardians. Let's not do that.
But
I'm just saying, 100 Thieves is a mid laner away from being a real force in the LCS.
They could easily be a top 3 team with a good mid laner.
Doesn't Sunday get residency? Isn't he a resident?
Oh yeah, the split, right? He gets a this split, right?
I'll say this: 100 Thieves. Oh god, my god, go to fucking Hanwha Life Esports and buy Chovy.
I mean, once they get residency, I think they'll definitely be on the market.
Hey,
for sure.
Chovy incoming?
Yeah.
They're gonna call it Chovy?
Chovy? Oh my god.
Here's my issue. It's just that with 100 Thieves, you would have thought Demonte would have been such a good thing for them, but we said this before, like, he's not gonna be better than the top 3 mid laners, and he was worse than Jensen's worst. That's actually a skill. You'd actually have to be skillful at being worse than someone in a slump.
Even Jensen's worst is better than the next 7.
Okay, but the thing is about Jensen, which is what I wanted to get on. I think Jensen had the what do you call, like, you know, when a team in the back, like for instance, look at the Miami Heat when LeBron got there. Like, it was, you knew that it was going to be LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh,
and Ray Allen. Yeah.
Right. I think Jensen I think the one that I think is a drafting issue around Jensen. What they want to do too. Jensen needed to be like, okay, it's Alfari, tactical, then me. Not like trying to be a jack of all trades. That's what I feel is the problem with Jensen this split. He's not the main role right now. He's the third guy. Like
I think.
yeah.
No, I think you're right. He's never been the third option. He's only been second.
But they knew that going into the split, though. Like when you we talked about it before. Him then bringing in Alfari means that there's less resources for Jensen. Also, Santorin doesn't really gain.
But they didn't establish that properly. That's my point.
Now, I agree. And then you also have to factor in Santorin. He notoriously doesn't gank for top, and now all of a sudden he's going to type by Jensen. I don't gank for mid laners anymore.
When you have Alfari top lane. Ooh.
All right, guys, that's pretty much it. We had a pretty good show here. Anything else you guys want to say before we close out?
Hold up.
Yes.
Okay. TSM is the best team ever, better than SKT and Fnatic.
No.
Five.
I just want to say that TSM ending second beat my expectations because I had them fourth or fifth. That's all.
That's good.
Wait, no, 4.
Oh my god. I'll say this. I hope Dignitas didn't have a split where they only played well because everyone else played worse. I really hope that wasn't the case.
That is the one thing. Okay, so T-Root and nickname that guy. I wish he would come on this show, man.
Oh my god!
I threw like some wasabi on his asshole because he talks so much wasabi. Like I want to see because T-Root, I respect him, good guy, he knows his stuff. Respect you, dude. I want to see if Dig can win. Whoever goes down,
feeling's the same. I appreciate you too.
Whoever goes down to the bottom row team has a tremendous amount of pressure because imagine if 100 Thieves goes down there, or I'm sorry, because I forgot how it goes. Whatever team gets Dig, they are supposed to beat Dig. If they lose.
It's either 100 T or C9 go down to Dig, and then the loser of TSMTL plays EG.
Yes, that's true.
Right, like see, like C9, you that would be if they beat C9 or they beat 100 Thieves, depending upon who drops. That would be the biggest upset in domestic LCS history, if you think about that.
It would was it Dignitas with TSM that one year?
No. It was like Clutch, so it would rival like Clutch taking out TSM in that quarterfinal, actually.
But who's the third player? Who's the third player? I forgot his name.
Hakuho, dude. How could you forget Hakuho?
Oh yeah, Hakuho, the god.
So my thing is that I think the that's the series that is going to be the must-watch series. Whoever gets Dig. That's going to be the much-watch series.
Goodbye, 100 Thieves. So I'll see you next year. I'll see you next split. Holy shit.
Hey, but if someday becomes an import, non-import this week, can they import for next split?
Import anybody that's not Demonte, Ryoma, fucking Ryu, who's retired, fucking...
Nemesis, 100 Nemesis.
100 Nemesis.
Hey, Nemesis might be not bad.
I didn't say he's bad. I said 100 Nemesis could work.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea, actually.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, the split was great to watch. Was it better in some aspects? Kinda.
I think teams leveled up.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, I liked it a lot better than last split or last year.
Yeah, the top teams got better to a certain extent. The gap between the top teams got smaller, which is good.
New players out there getting their name out there and branding themselves since the old guards left too. Most of them.
The bottom teams got better a little bit too. Right?
All right, we're getting out of here. I'll see you guys later. Comment, subscribe.
I finished my mission, by the way.
All right, that's it, guys. We'll see you back here next week. See you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. Nightwing, Way of Life Esports is signing out. And TSM are going to clap Team Liquid. I swear to God, if I actually lose TSM, you better win. Holy shit, because I wanted to pick TL, but I was like, wait a minute, TSM's played better recently, so I'll pick TSM. Oh, Lord Bjergsen, you better fucking draft properly. See you guys later. Peace. Goodbye.